Hello everyone, it's a beautiful morning, or probably almost afternoon now. Probably around noon. I didn't check the time. But I got some rebar in from town, loaded up, and I'm here at the bottom and gonna head to the top. It's always sort of interesting going to the top with the rebar on the ATV. Alright, I'll show you what I've got going. 20-foot lengths, and I just stick them on there. There's 10 of them there, all bundled together. And with it that long, you can't go backwards because that'll just catch the ground and do weird stuff. So I am going to take this up, and I got some valves I picked up from NPS, 3/4 inch ball valves. There's a lot of like the radiant floor plumbing, tons of plumbing up there. And you know, at only $5 a piece, I grabbed all that they had there. So that was a good deal at that place there. I'm not exactly sure how much they are, but I expect they're at least double that in the store, if not more. So that'll solve any of my valve problems, because there's 48 of them there. But when you have all that radiant floor heating and the other piping and the cooling, 48 ball valves are going to go through quickly, especially since I like to make sure that all the different water lines can be shut off and individually drained, so you can have like part of the building operating and part not, and not worry about temperatures in there. So all right, well, I will close up and head up the mountain. Let's go. Well, while unloading all the rebar, I drove past, the other tree is really now into full blossom. So we've got the oldest one, still's got a bunch of blossoms on it coming up. It's even got, looks like some leaves are starting to come up on it. Yeah. And this one pretty much all blossoms. I don't see any leaves yet. And the little peach tree, I can see the little teeny buds on it. I'm really amazed in this alkaline soil. It's mostly apricots seem to be like the hardiest. I mean, even during the drought conditions, with almost no watering, the apricot trees would survive up here. That's going to be the first test with the peach. I tried cherries and they seem to work okay, but for some reason they would suddenly die, and I never could figure that out. So, well, I'm going to put back, bring up some of the rebar, check to see how everything is, see how the other concrete, and get working. Well, first thing for today, pull out all the forms. All the concrete is set there, and then I will then put a row of cut block right there, since the floor is going, and floor roof is going into the wall. There'll be like cut block all around there to tie in everything together, and to be able to tie in for part of the wall going up above the roof as a windscreen for the solar panels. So I have space here. I got a few block to put right across there. That area is going to be left open because that ceiling is going to be left a little bit lower in that one spot there for piping and electrical. And then the center only gets some block in the central column, but otherwise it's only along the perimeter will be cut block for tying in. So let's get to it. And I cut these blocks so some of the sections of the ceiling or floor can bond in with the wall, and some don't. Some the walls go and bond past and through. So I'll make cuts. Sometimes I'll cut and put a rebar in it, but I intermix these all through, so it's more like a jigsaw puzzle with the floors and the walls and the ceilings all hooked together. And so these are some special pieces cut. Since I'm up at the top, I'm going to use less of the block and just more concrete directly, but I'll go up and measure some more block to cut. Well, I've cut enough block now to get most of a batch done. There's gonna be some regular, and yeah, these diamond blades on the skill saw, they're pretty awesome. They work way better than the old abrasion blades, and yeah, I picked up a good deal on this skill saw 15 amp version, and it works great. My old skill, the bearing went bad. I can get it done and repaired, but just haven't had the time. All fixed. It was almost not much more expensive to buy a new one, but I like the old one because the old one was all made out of metal. But I'm gonna start getting the bags of mortar, mixing up a batch, and start putting some block in. I have to wear gloves, otherwise it really messes up my skin. My skin really gets beat up anyway, but concrete can do a big deal to it. Well, there'll just be more of that mixing and stuff, and get back once I get to the putting the block in. Well, I got all the block that I'm gonna do for the roof put in all the way to there. It's gonna need some right there and a little bit to there, and it'll need a couple in the central column, but I'll do that tomorrow. Well, yeah, I'll probably have a lot of that tomorrow, but I won't be able to get it all because I've got to do concrete to those beams. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, it's sun's getting close to the horizon, and I'm pretty beat. This morning only had Only had like a 1 egg omelet and a couple pieces of French toast. And I completely forgot about packing a lunch. I didn't remember until all of a sudden I got here. So anyway, I'm gonna go down, just take it easy, maybe get on the 331, do a little work in the garden. The one spot has gotten pretty easy. Oh, I can see I'm in the shade. There's the sun again. Woo! That's awesome. All right, well, I'm gonna head down and get some work on the garden done. The sun has gone down behind the mountains. I dug out a section here that was a little bit softer, no big rocks in it. But I'm going to basically just finish, just dig out some of these rocks and throw them into the pile so I have good soil for the garden. It's going to take a couple years for the soil to work. It's magic and get better, but I think with all the minerals and all the stuff I have mixed in, it should work pretty good. So I'm going to end the video here, and you all have a great evening, and God bless.